Hello everybody, I am Fedora Gamer, and welcome to an episode of Is It Fun? Which I haven't actually done one of these in quite a while because I've been too busy with in-development games and Kickstarter games. But this is neither of those. This is Bionic Dues by Arson Games. This just released today, in fact. It is now up on Steam. This is not, go please vote on Greenlight. This isn't one of those videos for a change, which I am kind of glad of. And also, Arson Games was kind enough to give me a whole crap load of game keys for their previous games in celebration of the release of their newest game. Like, something like 20 game keys. I have keys for AI Wars, Tidalis, Valley Without Wind 1 and 2 Dual Pack, Shattered Haven, and Skyward Collapse. So I am giving these away to you guys. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment, and you could win one of these games. But that's not the point of this video. This video is about this game. This game is, it's basically a roguelite, we'll say roguelite, with mechs and mech customization, and we'll just get into it to show you because it's kind of amazing. You can build your team of 4 exosuits and your pilot or operator. The operator has an ability which I have only done a game with Meg so far here. Let's see what else there is for pilots. So Meg has the ability to make difficulty normal, make items you find all have a rank, like mark MK1 through, I don't know, 10, 11. With Meg, she's a mechanic. So all items you find have the stats of a rank 2 higher than they normally are. That's very, very good. This game is very item oriented, so that is a very good ability. Let's see. Oh, hey, this is pretty useful too. You can take out missions that are 2 away rather than 1, so you can hop around the map a lot faster. I've never actually looked at any of the other pilots, so I was thinking, but I always thought, how could anything possibly be as good or better than Meg's, because it's so item focused? That might possibly be better. See what Emma does here. One thing I do have to note is the opening track, the opening song, is freaking amazing. It's quite wonderful. Let's see. Let's see here. Black market contacts. Oh, more items in the black market. And better sell prices. That is actually really useful too, since this is a very item-oriented game. All their abilities are really cool. That's actually a really hard choice. That one's interesting. You can see all objectives. What can Genji do? Okay, that's amazing. You get all the epic bots right off the bat. That's really cool. That might be the best. Let's see what he can do. You can flip an exo with a copy of it from the past. Alright. Huh, okay. When you lose an exo twice per mission, it's not actually lost. I don't want to quite show you what the epic models are. You can find those out yourself. You can unlock them through the gameplay itself, but that one character can have them all from the start. And then you can choose what kinds of exos you have. I've only played with the standard loadout, but let's just see what else there is. Science Siege, there's Sniper. That sounds cool. Ultra long range weapons and the ability to see much further than usual. And Brawler, these are the only 2 I haven't played with. Brutal at short range, unable to attack past mid range. Specializes in shaped area effect attacks. So I'm thinking like shotgun maybe? I think we're going to try out the Sniper. I wasn't finding the Ninja all that useful in my previous game. Science is really useful. Siege really useful. Assault is your primary one for the most part. You'll use him a lot because he has the best shields. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We've been messing around. Oh, I forgot to turn Iron Man on.
Attack by bot forces. Just launched a surprise bombing run against our main hangars. Destroyed all our exos save for the 4 you had with you on the training grounds. You're practically still a trainee, but you're the last exo pilot we have. Our intel says you've got 50 days before the bots attack our headquarters en masse. Weaken them, and strengthen yourself before that time comes, and then be prepared to fight them off our doorstep. If you fail, and failure's likely, then our friendly corporate owners will invoke their amputation clause. In other words, they'll nuke the city to keep the bot rebellion from spreading. You know well as I do that evacuation is impossible. The other cities are just as full as this one, and even the shelters are overflowing with the needy. You've got 12 million lives in your hands, including mine and your own, so get to it.
And that is the basic story of the game. Tips, 50 days, we know. Okay. That is the basic story. Is a city with a AI robot uprising happening. You are the exopilot, which the pilot itself actually only stays in HQ. The exos are controlled remotely. You're 4 different exos. So that kind of explains why that person would survive through you losing exos anyway. You have 50 days till the robot rebellion attacks your headquarters. You have that time to strengthen yourself and try to weaken the robot army. And all these different missions have some sort of effect on that. Some of these blockades are just there to be in your way and waste your time. But like here is a propulsion lab. The propulsion lab will have a lot of good propulsion type items to customize your mechs with. This is destructions. This one is another time waster. Not the best way, but I have a lot of blockades right off the bat, which isn't good. This is a robot factory. Blowing things up in here will lower the level of the robots. Every day that progresses, more robots will be created for the army, and some of the robots will gain levels, so there'll be a higher level version of those robots as well. So doing the factories will lower some of the levels. Try to keep you ahead of the tide, that is. And let's see here. There are other kinds, but I don't see any on the map right here. Oh, Lion's Den. This one is really hard, but I found a decent way of dealing with one of these I did before, and I actually kind of dominated it. Lots of robots. Try to kill as many as you can. I actually ended up clearing it, which I don't think is the normal intended result, but every robot you kill in this level is one less in the attacking army by the end of 50 days. So, blockades everywhere. I don't like that. That's a parts fabricator. Let's go ahead and show you the customization, because you do start out with some basic gear. Now, by I mean customization, you can't really change equipment. You just slot in things into your equipment to increase stats and such. We have shield, reactor, propulsion, computer, then the weapons. This is the assault. Each different exo has a different number of slots per component, I guess would be the best way of putting it, based on what their class is, what they are geared for. I have 3 shield slots, which is more than any other exo has in their shield. So the assault is very shield oriented, but only has 1 computer slot, 2 propulsion, 2 reactor. And then he has his 3 weapons, which most other exos that I know of have only 2 weapons. Laser rifle's really good. Light machine gun's not great. Grenade launcher, very good. Area effect. So let's go ahead and look in our inventory here, what we start out with. General overcharge. This is a general type item, then go into reactors that just increases everything by a little bit. This is sentry, which is a computer type. Fits a computer. Virus points. Did I not? Okay, there's something with hacking points. So I need to give that to my science robot so he can be my hacker guy. I got a lot of computer components. That's real weird. What you start out with is randomly generated as well, it would appear. We'll put this one on this guy. And then the rest of its computer components. We'll give him some more sensor range. That's always useful. Sniper, I really know he has the gamma ray laser. That's what the sniper weapon is. That does some impressive damage. And a lot of range. I think I'm gonna like him. Then he has mid-range of everything else except for he has the highest propulsion slots you can have, which normally the only other one I know of that has 3 slots in propulsion is the ninja, which I replaced with the sniper anyway. Oh, science has 3 too. Okay. Science has laser rifle, which is good, but the science guy is more about the computer slots, which gives hacking, virus, and sentry turret type points for the most part. Okay. We have the basic gear slapped on, so let's go ahead and just get through one of these damn blockades. Now, I did forget when I started up to check the hardcore mode, which is a big fail on my part, because hardcore mode is what makes this more like a roguelike. In hardcore mode, you cannot load saves. You can only save the game when exiting the game. So there's no save. Without hardcore mode checked, you can, if a mission starts going bad, you can just exit and reload the mission. Okay, there is an enemy right there. It is turn-based, like anything that claims to have roguelike elements. Let's go ahead and wait a turn. Hello. I am using the assault right now. Let's use his laser rifle. Right-click to attack. WASD is move. It's very simple. Oh wow, there's the exit already. That's good. Well, not really. I kind of want to get some more money. Every bot you kill is some credits, and you can find items around the level, even though the barricade levels aren't great for items, you can still find a few. And since I have to use a day to do this, because every mission you undertake takes a day. So since I am using a day to do this, I may as well try to get what I can out of it. Okay, let's go ahead and pull out the grenade launcher. And you hit shift if you want a ground target, which I'm doing right now. There we go. There is mines in front of us. This is what I generally use the light machine gun for, just taking care of those. This is a hacking terminal. This is what this game's this is like the potions that you would normally see in a standard roguelike. These terminals are all different colors, and when your game starts, you don't know what they do. Like potions in traditional roguelikes. Except for you don't pick them up, you use them on the spot. You have to use a hacking point to use them, which only my science guy has hacking points right now. So it can be a good effect, it could be a bad effect. But once you've learned it, you know what that one is just by mousing over it from the rest of your game. You know what that color does. But every game, the colors corresponding to the effects are randomized. So let's go ahead and hack it. Destroy all traps and sensor range. That was really useful because there was a lot of stupid mines around here. So let's blow this door open. Kill. Okay, I'm on the science guy. He's not that strong, so. The light machine gun's good at these low levels because almost everything dies in one hit, be it the laser cannon or the light machine gun. But later on, the laser cannon, or is it laser cannon? Laser rifle will be clearly the best weapon. It has more range, it does more base damage, so beefing it up's better than the light machine gun. The light machine gun is pretty much your fallback if you run out of ammo, which to start out with you don't have very much ammunition. Okay, let's get the science guy again, hack this. Oh, removes all ammo from random oh. Well, at least it wasn't on my assault where I actually plan to use him for fighting. You can do this, whistle, and it will alert. It's pretty much you alerting them to your presence intentionally to lure them into traps.
It's a trap.
Like him walking over those mines.
Why was I programmed to feel pain?
Nothing too interesting down there. That's still the exit over there. Goodbye. It seems really easy on this first level. I'm on normal difficulty. There is a higher difficulty. These first few levels you seem like you're really powerful and just burn through these, but that does quickly change. You can lose exos quite easily in later levels to it, especially things with explosive weapons. That's how I lose most of my exos. Now, speaking of which, how that works. If one of your exo dies, okay, as I said, this is a team of 4 exos, but you can only control one at a time. You switch them in at will, which takes a turn to switch them in. So, you gotta keep that in mind. If our enemies are around, they're gonna get a free attack on you when you switch exos. Okay, take care of him. Just try to make as much money as I can. Okay, there's probably an item in there. It looks like it's a little item closet. So if you lose an exo, it's not gone forever. Once you're out of the mission, they get reconstructed by the HQ for you. So as long as you keep one exo alive, get to the end of the mission, it's still a successful mission. That said, you get bonus loot for... Okay, I need a hacker here. You get a bonus piece of loot for every exo that's left alive. Shielding slave reactor. That's probably going to be really useful. So you want to keep as many alive as you can because you get more loot that way. Even if it's loot that's not useful to you at the time, you sell it at the shop. The shop always has some really high-end cool stuff that you usually can't afford. So you do want to amass as much money as you can get. Okay, we are done.
I guess they were right to put you through the training program.
And here I go. I got 4 pieces of bonus loot.
But you're doing us proud.
But if you do lose all your exos, it's not game over on that mission. Your HQ has a life. It has 5 life. If you lose a mission, meaning you lose all your exos without completing the mission, while your exos are being reconstructed, the bot army will launch an attack on your HQ, and it will weaken it, and the HQ's defenses are only strong enough to hold off the army 5 times. So if you lose 5 missions, that's game over. There are salvage missions right here that you can use to gain a health back on your HQ, assuming you don't fail the salvage mission and lose another point on your HQ. Now we got some more vision range here because of scouts. This is another interesting one that has to do with the balance of making yourself stronger or weakening the bot army. This one, if you complete this mission, it will force the bot army to attack you 5 days sooner. Rather than 50 days, it would be 45 days if I did one of those immediately. That is a double-edged sword, though, because that also gives you 5 less days to prepare and try to strengthen yourself or weaken them more, but it gives the enemy 5 less days of production and leveling up and all that. So it might be a good idea if you think you're ahead in the arms race. If you found some really good items and you think you're really strong compared to the bots at that point, then it might be a good idea to use those. I have not actually gotten far enough to think about that in one of these games yet. So where should we go next? We got parts fab. Oh, wait, we should probably put in some of our new items. Now, these are really nice because they add more power. Plus more shield-related stats. I'll probably put this on my assault. That one looks really good. I'll put that on the sniper, I think. More attack range would be crazy on the sniper rifle. This is a coolant tank which can go into any item with different effects. I might put that in shields. Get my guys some more shields, maybe? This is a shield item, more shields. Now, a lot of these are... This is all passive stats. Most items are. Let's go to customization. Let's throw... This one's the better one. And probably put the bonus reactor on him. Okay, let's go to the next one. My siege guy. Actually, what did this have? Area effect? No, just attack power. I want something with more area effect on him. I'll probably put this on... Oh, it can't go into sniper rifles? Fits in projectile weapons. Not area effect weapons? Okay, can't be laser weapons. Oh, that's kind of a letdown. Both of his are energy weapons, so it can't be used there. Let's go ahead and give him shield. No. Put that on Mr. Science here. I guess I can put that in the grenade launcher. Nah, I'll put it in my siege guy's rocket launcher. That definitely could use some more range. So could the grenade launcher, but... Anyway, let's go back. I can show you the shop now, I guess. Things are rather expensive. I can't afford anything in here. But this does have a good variety of items. This gives you regen and shields and damage reduction. Very defensive. This is a weapon upgrade that's pretty good. These are always useful, though, to produce more power, because you have to balance your power usage. Power usage 30 of 292. If you go early game without getting anything that adds power like I did in my last game, you'll start really hitting your 100-ish power limit real quickly. So there's a nice balance to how you build your mechs between power and effective stats. And there are some things that add more abilities. Most of the items are pretty passive in stats, but it's very item focused. You definitely need those to get anywhere in this game. If you don't get some good items, if you don't keep upgrading your mechs, you will get destroyed pretty quickly. Okay, now parts fab, which will get us a decent amount of parts if we are able to complete it. Now I'll show you what I was talking about with items adding abilities. Let's go to the science guy here. And since I put a part on that gives him turrets, he has deploy sentry turret. You can deploy 3 of them per mission. Virus, which lets you take control of other bots, but you have to get point blank to them to do it, so I've never actually messed with it. But that lets you, that's from another computer component. And these are hacking points for using those terminals and opening doors to loot closets and the such. And then every mech has stealth actions. That's 17 turns you turn on. You can use 17 turns worth of the enemy not being able to see you whatsoever. You can be right in front of them, they won't see you. And everybody has some. 13 on the assault, 5 on the siege, 12 on the sniper, and 17 on science. Propulsion items quite often have increased stealth movement actions. You cannot attack, well, you can attack when you're in stealth, but it breaks you out of stealth. The only exception to that is the ninja. The ninja can stay in stealth and use attacks at the same time. The ninja also has the most base stealth actions and gets a bonus to stealth action items put into propulsion. Let's go up here, I think. Yeah, because that's a dead end. I'm going to show you the turret here. They're really useful. Well, bye-bye science guy. Well, I'm not unlocking anything now. That was terrible. This guy has a rocket launcher. I should have been careful of that. As I said, explosive damage. That's what really messes you up every time. Please do not shoot me. Okay. I hope there's no more rocket... Oh, God. This level has a bunch of rocket launcher guys. You're probably going to see me get destroyed now. I'll turn on stealth mode so I can get within range without him being able to attack me. There we go. He's not dead. I don't like that. The rocket launcher guys do tend to accidentally blow themselves up. I'm getting messed up. Now 2 of my exos are already gone. Okay, I'm going to show you my own rocket launcher, buddies. Unfortunately, they're not in a good position. Let's go into stealth. See if I can get a better fire angle here. I still can't hit them both. Okay. Now I can. Rocket launcher, really useful, but you can't blow up these terminals, which is generally not a good idea. Let's try out sniper. I haven't actually used the sniper at all. It does not have much ammo on it, but it does crazy good damage. And it has extreme range as well. I definitely need to get some ammo increase items on that weapon. I can't see him, unfortunately. Let's switch to laser. No, I can't blow the cover up yet. Now I can. I'll just kill him with lasers. I have nobody with hacking points left because I have no hacking items on any other exos so far except for the science guy, which is a problem I have in early game quite often, and accidentally getting the science dude killed and then I'm hosed on being able to hack anything. But after a few missions, you'll start getting computer components to add hacking that you can put on a few other exos as well, so you have a... Oh. So you have a backup. Oh. Stealth. That's a horrible room. They're both pointing rocket launchers at me. Well, F you all. Eat my rocket launcher. Thank you. Thank God for stealth actions. Okay, that was kind of terrifying. Let's continue what we're talking about. There's one thing I've neglected to mention I should have right away is since this game has roguelike elements. Hello. God, there's a lot of these rocket launcher guys. Ooh, he missed me. This game, yeah, it has roguelike elements, which means it is randomly generated. Each one of these levels is randomly generated when you enter it. if you like start a level on not hardcore mode and it goes badly and you reload the game and go to the level again, it'll be different because it gets generated when you enter the level. Thank you for blowing yourself up. That was quite kind of you. I don't like these rocket launcher guys. There's so many of them. Screw it. I don't want to take the risk. Oh boy. That's just laser rifle. It's not that bad. Oh yeah, it's that buggy one that has a ton of health. Die, thank you. So yeah, every level is every mission is randomly generated, and so is the city map every time you start a game. That scared me. The city map generates new, randomizing where all the different types of levels are, paths, all that randomized every time you start a game. I wish I had my science guy. I want what's in there. I don't want what's in here. Oh. F you. I'm gonna lose this mission. You gotta play carefully and cautiously, and I'm not doing that so well since I'm trying to talk while I play. You die. Just die. So, yeah, I am getting destroyed. I probably can't. No, that's another hackable door. Ah. Letting your science guy die is a terrible idea. Pro strats. Don't do that. I'm gonna run out of ammo quickly at this rate. So, yeah, everything's randomized. Ooh, loot container. Loots. And another door I can't get through. See if I can just find the end and get out of here before it's a failed mission. Probably not. One thing I would like to say is there is a lot of those items that give you additional abilities. But they are mostly all computer items, except for the ones that give you more stealth actions. There's mines, you can get mine layer, computer components, sentry turrets, hacking. Yes, I can shoot through that. Okay. Thank you. Hacking and virus. What else was there? All kinds of stuff. Pretty much most of the computer slotted items are what give you additional abilities. The rest of the items for everything else, as far as I have seen, and I've gotten fairly far in this game in a previous game, there is nothing else interesting about. And okay, this is bad. Okay, I'm going to whistle and bring them to me till they get my line of sight, and then snipe their balls off. So yeah, all the other items are kind of boring. It's just all passive stats, which are needed by far, and there's a good variety of how the stats are laid out on the items. But I do kind of wish there was more interesting items. So almost out of ammo. I mean, like some ideas I was thinking would be really cool is propulsion items give you stealth actions and then a bunch of different stat combinations. But it makes sense if there was some propulsion items that gave you a charge ability. It's like a certain amount of uses per mission, just like with everything else it gets ability, but it lets you charge like 3 spaces at once. And maybe even do charge damage to a bot. Thank you for blowing yourselves up. Charge damage to a bot if you run into them with that. That'd be an extremely useful thing to have on, say, the assault, to close gaps to get within firing range. I would say don't allow it to be used during stealth actions though, because that could be a little overpowered. And then you could move 3 spaces per stealth action. But that would be a really cool thing. I would like to see that in the game. Maybe the developer will watch this and take that into account. Another example is it doesn't have to be an active ability to be more interesting. An idea I had is perhaps a modifier, a module item that you add to projectile weapons to allow your projectiles to pierce, where it will go through your primary target and hit a target behind them for, say, 50% damage maybe. I'm out of ammo. That would be really interesting to have on sniper rifle. That'd be great on the sniper rifle. You're gonna watch me. Oh crap! I don't have anyone with area attack type attacks left. Please blow yourselves up. That'd be real nice of you. Thank you. Oh,
I
and
know it's just you against an entire robot army, but you're the last.
that's what happens when you fail. I'm just...
Don't make a hero out of yourself. And don't try to take them all out at once.
Yeah.
Caution's key.
I'm now down to 4 HP on my HQ. I was doing that intentionally to show you guys what happens when you fail a mission. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what happened. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's talk about a little more ideas for more interesting items. As I said, like propulsion or pierce, so let's projectile weapons shoot through and do half damage to the target behind them. That'd be really useful. Maybe a shield type item that gives your shields a 10% chance to reflect enemy attacks back at the enemy. That'd be really cool. You could come up with all kinds, like I said, a charge ability for propulsion items would be really cool. Can't think of anything that would be interesting off the top of my head for reactor items. Oh, there is one other type of item, which again I think is a computer component. Gives you a overload ability that literally lets you blow yourself up for massive area effect, massive damage. But you only take 25% of the damage it does, so you can actually survive it if you do it when you still have enough life to survive it. I've never actually used it. It seemed too dangerous to me. But it is a very large area of effect. But again, I like to see more interesting items in the slots that don't have any yet. Piercing, reflectability, a dash, charge type ability. It just makes me want. I want to see more interesting items instead of so much just passive stats, which I'm fine with. But that's just me wanting more of what is already amazing about this game, though. Okay, so since you watched me get completely destroyed, and if I had been on hardcore mode, well, I can reload if I wanted to, but that's for scrubs. Men play hardcore mode. It's hardcore mode or go home. I just forgot to check it. And this is Bionic Dues. So what are my final thoughts? Thumbs down. The only thing I could really say in thumbs down is I wish there was more interesting items like I just talked about a moment ago. More variety and more interesting effects instead of just a lot of passive stats. And that's really not a negative. It's just me wanting more of what's already a good thing. But, you know, that's only it fits in the thumbs down slot a little bit, because there's nothing else to put in there, pretty much. So what do I like about it? Everything else. I love this game. This game is freaking amazing. I love the art style. The entire atmosphere feels kind of like mech anime-esque. I'm kind of an anime nerd, so I'm fine with that. The art style of the character designs of the operators isn't an anime art style, but just the opening song and the storyline of the city getting nuked and everything just has a real mech anime atmosphere feel to it to me, and I love that. We'll go back. So I do like the art style, even though it's not an anime art style. I do like the character designs. You don't see them a whole lot, but the mechs all look really cool and very distinct from each other when you're playing them, which is a very useful thing. So you can easily tell which one you have out at the time. I like the music. The music and sound effects, like some of the bots' audio when you destroy them, or when they bug out. One of them runs out ammo. Why is my gun going click click? All those little voice clips are really well done. So audio in general, both music, sound effects, and the minor amount of voice acting this game has are all really well done. So, is it fun? Hell yes. Get this game. It just came out today. It's normally a $10 game. It's on 25% off for launch sale. So it is $7.50 for this game. This game is great for $7.50. Just go buy this game. The link will be in the description. Go buy this game. It's so good. And as for that giveaway, as I said, just be a subscriber and leave a comment below, and I will be giving away this whole giant slew of game keys that the developers were kind enough to send my way. Like 20 different keys, 4 different games, 20 keys, 5 different games, something like that. So get in on that. There's a large chance you'll win one of them, because that's a lot of game keys to give away. Well, I've been Fedora Gamer. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.